Hello, welcome to Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. This video is in regards to my wood carving kit that I somewhat received some time ago, as well as some tools I have in it. The kit itself I picked up myself. Well, technically everything in it I picked up myself, but the kit, this nice packaging you see here, I just recently got. The tools that are in it I've had for a while. Some of it's new, but most of it I've had for a while. I'm also going to show you some of my little wood carving projects here, most of which are spoons. I've made 5 spoons now, and I'm still, what you call a beginner. So before I get into this and get into all the tools and stuff I have in there, I want to make one thing very, very clear, which is I am not an expert. I really don't know all the terminology, and I'm going to go through it as best as I can of what tools I have so far. But I just want to say that I don't know all my woods out there. I don't know all the tools out there. I don't know them all by name. So please forgive me if I manage to miss something here. But anyways, this nice kit here originally came with like a tether as opposed to the paracord that's on here. I replaced it with a nice paracord instead. So let's open this up here. Alright. Alright, so this is what it basically looked like on the inside here. You got nice little slots here for all your tools and stuff, as well as a small little pouch right here. I'm going to show you what I have in here, every single one. And I'm also going to show you some of the spoons that I have here, and I'm also going to tell you about a challenge that I did recently, and I'm going to challenge you as well. First and foremost, for obvious reasons, Sharpie permanent marker in here for doing sort of like a little bit of an outline on the block of wood that I have. I got a block of wood right here. This is a nice little birch. So basically I would just start off by just drawing a little simple outline on here, the bigger spoon, the handle, just a basic outline of it, and that's how I usually get started. There's this one tool here, these 2 tools here. This one here is like a half circle type thing. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know what the names of these 2 tools are. I found them just laying around in my basement, and but they're very, very, very sharp. So it helps a little bit down the line to use these. So again, like I said, I'm in no way a professional here. I'm very beginner here, so I really don't know a lot about what I'm doing. Most of my carving so far I've done with a basic Mora knife and a hook knife. So anyways, let's get to the hook knives. I have this one right here, which is a very basic hook knife here. The blade edge is on this side here. This is meant for right-handed use only, and the blade, as you can see, is along this edge right here. And this is for basically scooping out the bowl of the spoon, just like going out like that kind of thing. Just simple, easy, but it's also very sharp, and you really got to be careful. This one here I picked up just recently. It's also a hook knife, but this one, there's no actual left-handed use ones, so you got to get one like this that has the blade on both sides of the hook. So this one here is technically your left-handed use, but it's also meant for right-handed use because of the blade on both sides. The reason why I have this one here is because there are times where I'm using the hook knife with the right hand. My right hand tends to get a little tired after a while. Other times it's best when you're trying to get that little angle and you can't really get it with the right hand. You can get it with the left hand. So that's why I went out and got this one here, so that way I can use it with both hands. And this one again is very, very, very sharp. Like, I can feel the sharpness just by running my thumb right there. It is very, very sharp. And this one here is my Mora Companion Black. Just recently broke, actually. The tip snapped off. So what I did is I took it to the shop and sanded off the broken spot, and So basically just took the sharp edges off the top here, rounded this a little bit. So this edge here is still very sharp. It's about almost 2 inches long now. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to include it in this kit so that way I can use this small little knife just for the sake of fine carving. And still, it works still just nicely. I don't want to get into too much detail with it, but it works. I'm not really carving it right now, but I want to get through the rest of the kit first. So I shaved it down just enough so that way it'll fit in one of the slots here, and that way it fits in my kit really nicely. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 little slots here, big to small, and then there's the pouch. In the pouch here I have a small little cheap Swiss Army knife. There's the big knife, small knife, can opener, stuff like that on there. I also have some sanding paper. It's very cheap sanding paper for now. It's very fine, so it's not like a very heavy duty sanding paper. It's very, very light duty stuff. And lastly, and lastly is a Lansky sharpening stone, a very fine grit stone. Okay, so let's get on with the spoons here. Most of these are made from birch wood. This one here is just a branch of a tree I made. This is actually a hook for my backpack. Sometimes when I don't like my new bushcraft backpack being on the ground, so I like to hang it from a tree, but there's going to be a lot of times where you're not going to be able to hang it from a tree because branches aren't really suitable. So I made this. There's 1, 2, 3 notches I cut out of it, so that way I can put this up against a tree, tie it around with some paracord, which I have there, so I can hang my backpack. And then of course there's my first spoon I ever made, birch wood. Second spoon I ever made, which is also birch wood. I think this is cedar wood. The wood was given to me by somebody. I think it's cedar wood. This is the third spoon I've ever carved, and I'll talk about this in a moment. This one here is also birch wood. I love the color on it too. The colors on the back here is just caused from a sander, so that's why it looks brownish. And this one here I did up 2 days ago, which is also birch wood as well. Birch wood is really good for carving. I've been hearing quite a lot of good things about them and such. So the thing I want to talk about this spoon here is the reason being is that brings us to our challenge. Just recently I did what was called the No Utensil Challenge on my campouts, which brings me also to these as well. And I'm going to challenge you as well for the No Utensil Challenge. Is basically how it goes is that when you're camping out for a night, 2 nights, whatever it is, basically exactly as it sounds, no utensils. You're not allowed to bring any utensils with you. You can bring a knife, of course, because you're going to need it, obviously, for the fine carving. I don't generally bring a knife for just as my utensils. I usually just use my pocket knife or my bush knife for wood carving, but also use it for cutting the solids and stuff, the steak, meat, whatever. So you're allowed to have a knife because a lot of people would use that for fine carving work and such, as well as for food. So that brings us to no forks, no spoons, no chopsticks, no tongs, no spatulas, nothing of the sort is allowed to have. You're not allowed to have any of that. So what I did for the first time around was I actually made chopsticks here. I found some nice branches and made myself chopsticks. And then of course over time in camp I used these for the majority of my meals, except for when it came to the soup. I carved this spoon in camp. Someone had a hook knife with them in camp, and I used it to carve out the bowl of the spoon, and I was able to use this as well as the chopsticks for all my meals throughout that whole time that I was there. So you're not allowed to, you cannot bring a wooden spoon with you. You have to make it there, right then and there. You can't just say, oh, I made this a week ago out of the same area. No, you can't do that. You have to make all your utensils right then and there in camp. That's the way it is. So if you're up for the challenge, if you're watching this video, consider yourself tagged and give it a shot for yourself. See how you do. This is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. See you around.